Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Wow, there he is. There he is, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, man. There he is, Finesse2Tymes. He shows up in the court yesterday, boy, and he's looking real concerned. OG, are you there?
Man, I'm here, man. I look at your boy Finesse2Tymes. This little time is 2 times.
He ain't been gone but a week, OG. What are you talking about? How is he looking?
Man, his hair looking all stressed out, his handcuffed. The man look like he a serial killer. And little kid told him, man, keep your chin up, nigga.
He looked like he's really concerned. You know, that guy, that's a pretender. What you call him? That ain't no yeah, he ain't. I don't think that's no hired nothing. His lawyer quit on him from what everybody's saying because he didn't get paid. That's what they saying. So I don't see this going good for him. He gonna have to just do this violation and deal with it, huh?
Man, that man walked in the courtroom like he got a life sentence. They say the max he gonna get is 14 months. He should have came in there smiling. He must have dropped the soap up in there, man.
Man, listen, man. When you look at these guys, and OG, you've been watching this for a while because you've been dealing with the music industry. When you look at guys like this, man, and it's some stuff that I hadn't even talked about. Even the game, they got him showing that he sold his mansion to try to pay some kind of charges. I didn't bring it up, but it's like when you look at these guys who are in such good places, and then all of a sudden they have to, you know, come down to a reality of dealing with these situations and being put in the public eye like this. Man, how hard is it? How hard do you think they getting hit for this stuff? And can they come back from these situations?
Man, we was in the barbershop talking about that very thing yesterday. Like, everybody has action as success, but it has to be a real winner to bounce back from it. And a lot of times we take our success in another manner and we become so chameleon. We don't stay ourselves. We become somebody else. And this is how all of our heroes or leaders, they getting shot down and they stuff coming back and they don't know, because when they get a little piece of change, they separate from us. They separate from the neighborhood. They start treating us like we're the aliens, and they think white America then took them in. And boy, just like that lady had that snake, rub them the wrong way, they gonna bite you.
Man, and you look at him, and just like Bobby Shmurda, seeing him the other day trying to figure it out after he went through all that time. It's just been a litany of people who go through things, and then when they go through them, it's just tough for them to bounce back. You don't hear much from Young Thug right now, but because of the situation with what he went through. But these guys are multi-millionaires, and they're coming into situations where they're being questioned on their integrity, and it's shaking them, man.
But you have to look at it. We have a history of that not being resurrected. You look at Wall Street, Black Wall Street. You look at Ellenwood. You look at Rosewood. All of these creations that are Black establishments, we have a holiday for it, but we've never recreated it. So if we can't recreate a town, you know it's hard to create another ass. So, bro, you know, we're the only people that don't know how to recreate our lives again. Once white America infiltrates you and destroys you, you can't come back from that, you know.
Wow. So, I mean, you know, when you look at Honeycomb Brazy, that was a guy that him and Finesse was into it when Honeycomb Brazy did get out. He getting ready to get out again, and look like when he gets out, Finesse will be inside. Look like on this violation. I'm hearing that Honeycomb Brazy gonna be coming home here soon, and he's trying to get with Birdman them from what I'm hearing. But it's just a trip how these guys are hella talented and they elevated in the public eye. And then at that point, they lose grounding and traction. And now they're trying to figure out how to do their get back and get back in position. And a lot of times they don't find their way back, man. You look at these guys and you look at people like that ain't never been in situations that keep. I mean, like my boy Dero Music here in Dallas, or people who've had platinum songs who have not faced trouble but stay. He's well connected with the Cowboys and with the Mavericks, and he find his way to stay out of it because his music. And here, check this out, OG. I got to say this because his music never depicted that. His music depicts sports. His music depict car riding. He told me in an interview that he don't even entertain that kind of stuff because what you say in so many words become you. What do you think about that?
That's right. That's pretty much the truth. The words you say can haunt you, and you have all these illusions of grandeur or who you are, and then when the reality hits, well, it's a harsh reality a lot of the times, and I can agree with that, with just what he said.
Yeah, because the evil, the Bible reads, it says the evil communication corrupts good manners. I believe that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's just, we out here in California. They came out here to Lil Durk's trial was yesterday.
Yeah, I seen that. That's another one. I didn't think about him, but how did that go?
Bad. He's still there.
No bud.
$7 million, and they had some trumped up charges, and they had all these ambitions. And white America says no. So
wow.
He goes back to court June the 7th or something. And he can go to court until the cows come home. They're not going to give him a bail.
Well, one thing you gotta here's the disconnect for me is that we have people that are in powerful positions in somewhat, and I agree with Farrakhan on the fact that he said that when you look at our elite and our powerful, when it comes to our white constituents, we have no power. No power. You think about our leaders in position. He said they like mannequins. The mannequins have on what you want to buy. The mannequins can't walk, and the mannequins can't talk. When you go in the store, you walk in the store, you see the mannequin. And this is so real. He said we look like we had power. This is back 15 years ago. He said 15, 20 years ago. He said, but we have no power. And that's the way I look at these rappers. That's the way I look at these individuals who think that they got money. That's why I always speak like I do about the people who are black and might have $1 billion. Oprah might have $1 billion. David Stewart might have $1 billion, a couple of billion. Jay-Z, Kanye may have a couple of billion. But when it comes to white America, as you call it, or our white constituencies, guess what? They have 200-300 billion on the top, a piece by themselves. They have better position when it comes down to the monetary things in a system that they created.
But to your point, no matter how much money you have, you don't sustain any power.
Exactly.
You see me? So it's not the money, it's the status symbol. All of them dudes are, like you said, everybody you named are hired slaves.
Wow.
They're not independent agents.
Wow. Man, that make a lot of sense, OG, because you think about it, these guys that could unify and come together scared if they put theirs with this one or that with this one, they feel like it's going to take something from the essence of them. They've been played to think if they come together as a culture, as a people, if I get my little this and put it with yours, I'm going to lose essence. I can't. So Tyler Perry and Jay-Z, none of these people, these so-called billionaires, Michael Jordan, none of these people even lock up and connect to come together for our culture and for a cause anymore. That doesn't happen.
That's what white America does. What he does, he attacks one of the greater. When I hit your giant, when I tear your giant down, it scares the hell out of you.
Wow.
So when they start attacking, anytime we let the Jello pudding man go to jail, it's over for us. You dig what I'm saying?
Wow.
When they took Bill Cosby and it was no kickback, that's what they do countries. They go in and create chaos and knock off the biggest one. And all the rest of the little ones are scared to death. We whoop and holler in our house, but we don't do anything to show your main point. black people have no power.
No power, no unity. Unity is where the power lies.
Right.
So they're not going to come together, because if they even see you formulate like that, even if a few of them formulated like that, there's a nervousness come over. So they wouldn't dare let that happen. And they've conditioned some of our billionaires, most of our billionaires. I hadn't seen nobody step out of line to separate themselves from one another, so that none of the other people can see the unity.
I show in the 60s in the prison system in California, right?
Yeah.
When we had the black power and Oogum Boogum and everything was black and youth authority, they start because blacks got together. They called it grouping, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you couldn't have 4 blacks in the same. If you went to the chow hall, all 4 of y'all couldn't sit at the table. You had to be 3 and one empty seat, right?
Yeah.
So they took that group and did it in a controlled situation where blacks couldn't unify, and took it on a broader scale, and they do it with millionaires. Y'all, you can't be with him, you can't be with them. So
That's
they
big.
take a small system and do a micronism and do it over. They used to say and it still holds true today. Whoever controls the prison controls the ghetto.
Wow. Yeah. You know, the one thing I can say, OG, is a lot of times when you see these guys like Finesse2Tymes, you know, and you see them out here and they out here and out and about, because these guys are not nowhere near billionaires. You know what I mean? These guys are just in the communities, and you see them, and they doing features, and they selling a few songs, and they working for somebody, and they may have a few million. They may not. They may just be fluffed up to look as if they have a few million. These guys are fluffed up and cushioned, and they don't have a 360 deal no more, but they have a condition that is mesmerizing like a 360 deal, because without the different things in place for them, they don't know how to deal with finances. So they end up falling back again because they never was taught finances. You can tell because they go out and buy their big necklaces, and they go out and buy their big chains, and then they go out and get they starter pack as rappers, and the next thing you know, once a little trembling come, like the earthquakes in California, they losing lawyers, and the lawyers quitting. You can tell that there's financial pretty much vulnerability. You know what I mean?
Finesse, he ain't a million, he ain't even 1,000. His thing is bad. The lawyer stopped on him. He got a public pretender, and he looking stressed out about, because when he get that time,
yeah,
his little old girl that took that picture.
Yeah. She in there for it. She gone.
Yeah, once she get that time, she going to the next rapper.
Wow, man. Hey, y'all get the comments. OG might be going a little too far, man. Do y'all think Finesse2Tymes girl is right here on this? Do you think she's going to be there for him when he gets out in 12 to 14, maybe 17 months? Or do you feel like she'll violate? That's one thing you got to look at, man. Allegedly, he's going to get this time. And allegedly, she's in court with him now. Through experience, I've seen him drop off in 2 weeks. I've seen them drop off when you're trying to fight your case through experience. But what do you guys think? Get in the comments. Let us know. Is Finesse2Tymes in a good situation here to be basically? He had a few girls, I believe. He was one of them ones like that boy that boy that sang "Sexy Love." The one that Neo. He had 2 or 3 girls that one while they was doing a thing where he was facading around. Would those 2-3 women be faithful enough to be there for him in 12 months? Let us know in the comments, man. Hey, OG, man, I appreciate you. Boss Talk 101 review, man.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.